It's time for us to get into the consumer tech segment, and we're going to be talking this morning about technology and music listening. And we've been joined by Stephen Asebwede. He's going to get us right into this conversation. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning, Kweku.
It's in.
Boko.
Nice one.
Yeah.
All right, so gone are the days when one of my favorite memories was having an Iowa Walkman.
Yes.
You know, and Charlie, look, you were the ish if you had,
yes.
I mean, an Iowa Walkman. And you know the thing about the Walkman that was blowing everybody's mind? The fact that it was auto-reverse.
Easy.
Auto-reverse. Yeah. So you don't have to change that thing yourself. It will go back on its own. That look, I remember some of
that
these
was
things,
magic.
It was like, wow, you get Walkman with auto reverse.
Yes,
it was a big deal. Yeah,
yes. Technology has always been part of music listening, and we love it. I mean, we can even go back to the days of the LPs and the rest. And growing up, our dads and our uncles would get out their records, and you see they'll set up the decks,
the turntables,
they'll be spinning. So it's always been a part of it. But what we've seen is the transformation of the way that we listen to music.
Yeah.
All the way, and it's still being transformed. So from when we had the Iowa Walkman, the Sony Walkman, and the rest, we moved from there to CD mans. We used to call them CD mans.
Yes.
And those were great.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing with the CDs was that you could skip to the next tune without having, you know, some of the Walkman, you had to put your finger, hold your finger on the forward.
Yeah, okay.
To skip to the next part of the song that you want, which was a bit tedious. It was a bit, So we thought we had progressed. Then the MP3s came in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
Then boom, Apple dropped the iPod.
Yeah.
And that transformed it. Because now the music was bigger memory.
Yes.
It was all digital. And the thing with digital is that you get better quality music.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, unlike the tapes and the CDs that has scratches and things like that. I mean, we thought we were doing okay until we heard about streaming. Now everything lives in the cloud.
Yeah.
Okay. And for you and I who play a bit and share music with friends, now we don't have to give our CDs to the sisters and our friends who don't look after them properly anymore. Yeah. So that's also, I mean, transformed the way we listen to music. And we can talk about how now the streaming platforms reign. Everybody release their music and they want to make sure they're on the right streaming platforms. I mean, Apple Music, on Boomplay, on all those places, so that people can download and share the music. So that's great. But it's not just about the music. It's also about the gadgets that we use to listen to the music. So when we're talking about the Walkman, we had all these like headset or earpieces that we used. And if, I mean, there was a break in your ear,
it's a problem.
It was a problem. Sometimes you have the two, but then you couldn't hear from one because there was an issue with it.
Yeah.
So we've had all these issues. But today, we've got the earbuds.
The fascination for me, I mean, I thankfully, I own a pair of AirPod Max, and that's quite a different experience.
Yes.
You know, where you can, your noise cancellation, the whole music experience, you listen to the quality of the bass and the you know, the highs, the trebles, the bass. It's quite different from the experiences we had, you know, back in the day. I'm just curious about what else is coming.
I think we'll talk about that in a minute, how AI is going to influence this. But talking about these earbuds, for example, so there are even controls on some of them.
Yes.
So you don't need to take out the gadget to do that. And you're listening to it. Your phone is hidden in your bag or in your pocket.
Yes.
And you're just controlling everything from here. You're pausing, you're stopping, you're doing everything from that. That's great.
And some of them even allow you the capacity to pick calls.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's like you're listening to your music from your phone.
Yeah.
Which is also another interesting development because the iPod is gone.
Yeah.
But the iPod has been embedded into the iPhone.
Yeah, okay, in the iPhone, yes.
Yeah, so in a facility like that, and of course, a lot of the other phones also have the same, you know, system where now you can have music sitting on your phone.
On your phone, yes.
Or streaming on cloud.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And then you can interchange between calls
and the music. Yeah,
you know,
yeah, which is excellent. And the sound quality, like you said, I mean, noise cancellation, and some of them in-ear ones.
Yes.
Which means, I mean, it's right in there. So, and they are stable in there.
Yes.
When the initial ones came, some of them had long stems and they looked a bit ugly.
Yeah.
These are all almost hidden inside your ear, so people cannot really see what's going on in your ear, which is great.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so, there are ones that are coming. I think there's even one out now where you can operate them with just, motion.
Shaking
so,
your
so
head.
you shake your head and it skips or whatever. So we're getting there. But the other bit we want to talk about is how AI is influencing the way we even discover new music, for example. So, and we've seen, we can add to this all these Alexa and all these, home, stuff like
home theater type systems.
And these days you can use them, so you can say, Alexa, play me Kweku David's whatever, and play the song for you.
Wow.
What I love about all this is that now you don't have to have a room full of CDs.
True.
The music lives in the cloud, and you have access to music from all over. You hear something on radio, you love it. The next minute, you just go online, you look for it, and you have streaming it, you're enjoying it, which is great. It means also that our music is reaching all over. We've got our artists from Ghana touring, Sarkodie and the rest touring everywhere. People are discovering their music from remote locations. People like Wiala go to places like New Zealand and Australia, places that you don't expect typical Ghanaian musicians to go, but they are being discovered there because the music lives in the cloud and it's digital now, so everybody can access it. So that's a big, big, big plus. Now, AI is going to influence how we discover music, for example, because now you can even, based on what you're playing, what you're listening to, it can create a profile and be able to recommend new music to you.
Yeah. I find that happens quite a lot when you're on, let's say, YouTube, and you're listening to a particular genre. YouTube typically recommends other genre, you know, other songs of the same genre to you. You know.
But it's getting smarter now because, as you skip and the rest also, it learns from your behavior.
Okay.
Learn from the way that you're interacting with them, the platform. So it does that. Plus, even with AI, you can delve into even the content. So it's not just genre, but the content, the lyrics and other things like. So that's another thing to look out for. What I'm also looking out, for is to get to a point where we get more controls even from the. Because now you can skip, stop, and even like step back.
But it's quite basic.
It's quite basic.
Controls,
we're going to do that. Plus, they're going to be equalizers that you can.
That's what I was wondering. Is there a time where we're going to have equalizers on our earbuds? So
maybe not on the earbuds, but the app on our phones that have it will have equalizers in there, so you can be able to set new settings, get a bit more bass, because you are listening to different things at different times. Those of us who love music, you're probably listening to a podcast. You don't need a lot of bass. But when you're listening to a bit of high life, you want to hear a bit more of the guitar.
You want to hear the guitar.
Things like that, the drum, the kick and things like that. So that's all coming.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to that.
Wow. Yeah. I definitely am looking forward to what's coming ahead. Well, thank you for sharing with us.
Sure.
Thank you. How do people get in touch with you if they want to know more of what you're doing?
Look for @Nase on Twitter.
@Nase on Twitter. Fantastic. All right. So, Nase Bwedi, he's been helping us to get into the conversation, technology and music listening.